Welcome to the last video of Ultimate General Civil War on Brigadier General playthrough. Brigadier General difficulty using the small army strategy. It was a complete success. Units got a lot of XP and got about 14 to 1 overall for the battle. So the important thing though is for the campaign. If you get to this part in the campaign, the early part of the campaign is over. And if you come out of the early campaign with a good result, the mid campaign is going to be very, very easy. On Brigadier General, especially, the hardest part for the Union is building your army. And after you get past Antietam, it is very easy. So, especially if you've been buying good weapons. And that's the thing. Have you gotten a lot of experience and have you gotten a lot of good weapons and do you have a lot of money? And I'm going to show you that, yeah, we're loaded. So it came out of the early campaign with 9 to 1, lost 21,000, killed almost 200,000 of the enemy, and that's a really good result. So yeah, actually, if you get anything better than 3 to 1, you're in great shape. 9 to 1 is overkill. Um, yeah, and we're just in amazingly good shape. So look at the army. I mean, I'm only building an army of 1,200 or 1,250. You could probably build these at 1,100 and stop. The units look great. That unit's about to get its third star. This unit has 3 stars. This is the Iron Brigade. And what I'm showing you here is I'm going to put mostly raw recruits in here. And the Iron Brigade is not going to lose much. And this is really interesting, but because for your officer gets XP based on how many of these attributes, how they go up in the battle. And if everything's over a 100, you don't get anything. So yeah, I'm going to have to go to 8 perks in Army Organization, 3 battles from now. But I have plenty of time to do it. So I'll probably go up to Medicine to 10 and then invest in Army Organization. Weapons, we have a ton of weapons. I already got the Springfield 61s from Reputation. I get 2,000 of those. Yeah, ton of there's also 12 20-pound Parrots that you can get for a battery of 20-pound Parrots. I have a lot of 20-pound Parrots in inventory. I don't think I need it. I never get it when I play, but I am going to spend money. I have over $1 million, so filthy rich. And so yeah, I can buy whatever I want pretty much. And the army is going to cost nothing or near nothing to get up to full strength. And pretty much the army's built at this point. I'll flesh out some of the smaller units that I brought in. I built them just so they would get some XP and get their first star, and I'll push them up to 1,000 maybe or 1,100, and it'll cost almost nothing. So yeah, we want to go to 8 because we need that for the next grand battle. But I have 3 small battles between now and then. So before the next grand battle, I'll probably have Medicine at 10 and start working on training. Yeah, and so I'm looking at what to buy and sell, and here's the stuff I can sell, and this just gives me more cash. And this is on Brigadier General, you don't get very good weapons from the enemy. On Major General, you get much better weapons, so you get a lot more cash. And on Legendary, you get extremely good weapons. So there's like 3 tiers of weapons, and the bottom tier is what you'll face on Brigadier General, and they're cheap. And so, yeah, there's not much of a cash reward for battles in what you capture. So, yeah, I'm just showing you, here's what I'm going to load up on, and I'm going to have like tons of everything I want and start building more skirmisher units. I'll start building more cav units, more snipers, and normally I wait until right before a grand battle, but this is the last video. Once you get to, I would highly recommend playing Brigadier General all the way to the end, all the way to Richmond, before doing Major General. But once you play through and you get a good result like this, and you've learned about terrain and high ground and stay out of water and how the mechanics work, and you're comfortable, then you're ready for Major General. And I think you'll find Major General is not like 20% harder than Brigadier General. It's a lot harder. It's like several times harder, but it's challenging. And after Antietam, the reason I'm not going to play anymore is because after Antietam, the game isn't challenging on Brigadier General. So it's just unplayable. And once you play on Major General, you will get, your skills will get better, and you'll find going back to Brigadier General to be, you know, pretty impossible. And as I said, after Antietam, unplayable. So, yeah, but I hope that you have gotten something out of this and that this helps your game and that you have a lot of fun. Um, I did highlight that the worst level of melee weapons for Cav, Pandocratus said this, is, it's good. I mean, they're cheap and you can buy a lot of them and there's a lot in inventory and they're good. And buying more expensive stuff probably isn't worth it. So keeping the 6-pounders for ballast, probably, I'm not going to need it. I'm going to buy all these Harper's Ferries. So that's almost $200,000. Now I have 25,000 55s, which are okay. 15,000 Harper's Ferries. I'm going to start buying all the 1861s and eventually the 63s. And again, we'll have plenty of money for all of this. So yeah, this is it's the Union Army gets a ton of money without putting anything into politics, and you get a huge inventory of great weapons, far better than the South gets. And it's the superiority of just numbers and better equipment. The North just outpaces the South. Once you get your army built, you just keep getting better and better and better, and your army just keeps. There's a growing gap between the Union Army and the Southern Army, and you just dominate. And when you get enough long-range guns, like I said, you keep them in the open, so you get a 30% more damage when you fire from the open rather than fire from the woods. And you just park them at long range, and the enemy artillery melts. This is a very rock, paper, scissors game, and you now have the tools to just crush the enemy. You advance with your infantry, and you push up your 24-pound howitzers, and you just blast away at the enemy with canister, and his line just melts. On Major General, the enemy will fight and fight hard. They won't just melt on you. And I think you'll find that to be a much more interesting and challenging game in the long run. So I hope this was fun for you to watch, and I wish you the best of luck with your game. And I do have a Major General playthrough on YouTube, and I hope you enjoy that as you play through on Major General, and I wish you great luck with your campaign. Thanks.